What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on?
I have better lighting than John, so I'm good.
He's not wrong.
I don't need lighting for what I'm doing over here. So,
how's the move going, John?
It's very movie. Move
how
sucks.
close are you?
We've got, I'm gonna say 95% of our crap at the new place.
That's a lot of crap.
Oh yeah, we've got like a solid load of crap to get out of the basement, and then 2 ditches, and then the old house will be cleaned out. And I'm learning very quickly that I got more crap than shelves in my garage, so I'm gonna be doing
crap.
pretty hardcore shelf putting up and that crap.
Pretty big pile of crap.
Yeah. Got the Nova moved. Got all the motorcycles moved. Got we'll learn very quickly whether the neighborhood is
Accepting
car guy / motorcycle guy friendly. Because they all drove under their own power.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Don't
how's
look
the
now. Don't look now, but there's somebody in your shop.
Yeah. He's putting spark plugs in a motorcycle.
Nice.
One of them foreign jobbies where you got to take the whole thing apart. The last thing to come off is the spark plugs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why would you go any further?
Yeah.
How's the rear end doing in the car? I mean,
Yeah. Rear end's fine. So,
noisy? Good?
No, it sounds fine. Everything's solid. I will say it feels different than when I did it. I mean, I don't pretend. There's some things as car guys, we should just take it to somebody who does that deal.
We've talked about that before, right? Rear
ends are in that deal. Like, just take it to the guy, let him do it right, and then don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't try to do it yourself the first time and then pay a lot more again to have it done again.
No, yeah, you want to pay for it twice for sure.
We get the full car guy experience.
Yeah, you want to get the full experience.
Yeah.
Because we're not smart.
No, I don't. It's been a rough week for me on that front.
I'm not good at much, but I'm pretty good at having a good time. And definitely, I will say, like, but when we were putting in, it felt tighter than when I had it set up. Everything moved, and then when I drove it, you can't even hear it. And to say you could hear or feel a vibration in this car, that's saying something. So I must have had it pretty jacked.
Well, not detrimental though.
All good now. And what a better time to do a full rebuild on your rear end than between signing the papers on a house and moving into said new house.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a better time.
No, like, hey, it's all hands on deck. Let's get everything packed and moved. Great. I'm going to go ahead and pull the motor out of the Nova, reseal that whole deal, and send my third member off to get rebuilt.
Yep.
So perfect timing, if I felt like.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else were you going to do with that free time?
I don't know.
Just sit there and twiddle your thumbs.
Yeah. Waiting on things to happen over here.
Watch a bunch of mowing videos on YouTube.
Yeah. I could do that.
I do like the mowing videos.
Hey, I'm not against them. You can get, but I will say I'm a little disappointed because like maybe tinfoil hat time at this point, but so after we had to listen to Fro talk about mixing colors of silicone.
Yeah.
I never looked at that. I have never once thought to myself, hey, self, let's Google up colors of silicone mixing together and some roller deals. I bet since that episode where we actually talked about that, every day I see one of those videos pop up in my feed if I'm looking at the feed. It's like, what? Somebody's
Big brother.
listening.
Big brother.
Big brother. Why don't they target in on the stuff that I want to see more of?
Well, be careful with what you wish
it's inappropriate. You're like me. You only think about two things, and cars is one of them.
Yeah. The other one's cars.
The other one's cars.
Oh, geez.
Bo, how's things going on your project?
You guys know I talk. You're my people. I talk to you guys all the time. You guys hear the crap that you probably don't want to hear about.
Yeah.
You may give just a little rundown of where we're at, and then we can kind of make fun of me after that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Issues with my starter. Yeah. Starter kicking back, not wanting to hitting the flex plate. We're weird, being real noisy. Check it. Decide, take starter off, try to shim it, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't work. Come to find out, I got a broken bolt hole. The outer bolt hole's broke on my block. So after panicking and, thought I was going to have to build a new motor, I just ordered a Power Master, cool Power Master starter that uses the 3 bolt holes. My block's got the 3 holes. So I'm making a really long story short.
One that'll use all 3 holes.
All 3. And then what I did was there's a little bit of meat left on the block from the chunk that broke off of that hole. So I tapped it, got a little bit longer bolt and ran it up in there. The other 2 were nice and tight. Got it shimmed. Had to shim the pinion even. Everything was looking really good. Hook up the battery and the starter, let the smoke out. Didn't even get to bump it over. So Summit is awesome. I don't know if I should, whatever. Summit's great. I called them, told them what happened. Good. Literally, while we're on the phone, I can hear him typing. He's like, "You want a refund?" I was like, "No, I don't want a refund. I want the starter. I just need the starter because everything else was looking beautiful. It was great. My worries, my stress was gone with the whole starter thing and broken block deal." So it was like, while we're on the phone, he's like, "Okay, you should be getting an email." And I hear my phone go boop, and I look, check it, email, new starter's on the way. New starter will be there. And this happened a Thursday or Friday night. New starter will be there Tuesday. And when I called Summit, I was on the phone with a person within like 3 or 4 minutes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Great customer service. It's the starter's packed up. They sent me the return, the label to send it back. It's not going to cost me anything, whatever. Done deal. Perfect. Great. Now, was it my fault? Maybe. I don't know. Either way, I know the starter's going to work, so I'm not that ticked off about it. It's going to be here. I recently decided to, do a little frame notch. Decided to tackle that deal at home the other day. Fro came over and helped me. Fro just kind of eyeballed for me and helped me hold stuff up, make sure I didn't do anything silly, I guess.
There's always a couple moments when you're doing something like that where you stop and you look around and you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right anymore. And you almost need that stupid friend to stand behind you and go, "Nah, it looks good, man."
Well, I look back and you're going, yeah, we're good. Go ahead, keep on. That was you. So no, like at one point when I made my first cut on the frame, it was like cut to the seam to get a 1-inch notch. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm cutting it and I make the whole first cut and I look at it and I'm like, Fro, think I messed up, dude. I was in almost panic. I'm like, this is my frame of my car, guys. This isn't, a fender that I'm flaring out or, making clearancing or whatever. So anyway, the frame notch deal worked out. There's still a couple little pockets I got to make for the rear. No big deal. It's easy. It's square pieces. You know what I mean? So no big deal. But I did all that because I decided I'm going to run 10-inch wheels on the car, get rid of the 8s, go with the 10-inch wheel. Everything I've ever read on any G-Body forums or any G-Body guys, 10-inch wheel with a notch. Sometimes don't always have to have a notch, apparently. 4.5-inch back spacing, 10-inch wheel. It's money. It's perfect. It looks great. That's a big old fat lie. Okay. I don't care who you are. That's a lie.
On the internet?
Not happening. Huh?
On the internet?
On the interwebs. They lied to us, people. Okay.
Bullshit.
Turns out not everybody tells the truth on the internet.
I gotta go correct some things.
Right. So I sent you guys a picture. I had 1.5 inches of tire sticking out of my fenders. Right.
Yeah.
With a 4.5-inch back spacing. Yeah, with 4.5-inch back spacing. So I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work. I had already had the tires. I already had my slicks mounted up on those wheels. They're the cheap Jegs 5-star wheels, guys. They're not expensive. You know, they're $120 a piece or whatever. They're cheap.
Right.
That's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna pull the trigger on these deals. So anyway, those didn't work. So I'm like, well, I got to measure and I had tons of room after the notch and everything. So I'm like, 6.5-inch back spacing is what I need. You know, there's plenty of room. It'll clear. It'll be fine. So I find that they don't make that Jegs wheel or that Summit wheel. No, it was a Jegs wheel I got from Jegs with a 6.5-inch back spacing. Not in, they don't make it a 10-inch wide 6.5. So I had to find an alternative wheel, which was kind of close to what I got. So I found some VMS, like called V Stars, I think. It's a good looking wheel, man. I like them. I like them better than what I got, to be honest with you. Once again, they're Jegs. I don't know if they're on sale. They're usually like $190 or $200. I think they were on sale for $160. So I'm like, talk to you guys about it. I'm like, man, I think 6.5 is where it's at. I measured it out pretty good. Ordered them. 15 minutes after I ordered them, I realized I ordered the wrong wheel. I ordered the right wheel, but with 7.5-inch back spacing. That's not going to work. It would never work. You know what I mean? Not for what I 6.5 close. Can be pushing it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into my deal with what happened with Jegs. Let's just say I'm not happy with them, though. Okay, when you sit on the phone for over an hour on hold, and then they tell you, sorry, your wheels are already on the truck, they're getting shipped. And my reply was, well, if you guys would have answered the phone an hour ago when I called, that was 15 minutes after I made the order. You guys probably could have canceled that order and I could have reordered the right ones. So they sent them. Guys like, sorry, I can't do anything for you. They'll head your way. Just deny them when they get to your house. I said, well, I work, fella. I don't know what I'm not home to tell the FedEx guy no. So they said, well, you'll have to buy a return label. You have to purchase a return label to send them back. It is what it is, man. I guess I got to do that. Well, they were supposed to be here Saturday. Was checking them, They made it to Kansas City. Apparently, Jegs stepped in and said, send them back. So they just came to Kansas City and then turned around and they went back to Jegs. In the meantime, after I realized they weren't going to do anything for me, I ordered another set of ordered the same wheels with 6.5-inch back spacing, right? Because I know I'm going to get refunded for the first ones I ordered. They're going to get refunded. It's no big deal. So I ordered those. Those showed up today. The 6.5-inch back spacing wheels, 10-inch wide, 6.5. They fit, but the face of the wheel is flush with the fender, right? Flush. No tire on this wheel, just the wheel. And then the inside of the wheel is probably between the 6th and 8th of an inch, 16th of an inch and 8th of an inch between the frame that's been notched and the wheel itself. Like I said, no tire. Tires are not going to fit on that. There's no way. You know what I mean? So you want to talk about ordering stuff and not being right. Oh, yeah. So starter and three pairs of wheels this week. Luckily, my new starter will be here tomorrow. The wheels that I need, I decided, I'm just going back to an 8-inch wheel. Screw it. I'm going to use another 8-inch wheel with 4.5-inch back spacing. Put my slicks on that. They'll have all matching wheels again. Yeah, matching wheels. So my slicks will match my little street tires.
All of this because of a fractured bolt hole.
Yeah, isn't it weird how that works?
Now you got all that extra room that you're not going to use.
Huh?
Now you got all that extra room and you're not even going to use it.
No, not at all. It looks goofy now.
Yeah. And I guess because the internet was a liar.
Well, I would like to say that I've learned my lesson and I'll never listen to the internet again. I probably will. Yeah, that's a lie.
That is a lie.
Turns out that's a lie. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. It kind
That's
of
how my
sucks because you do a lot of research on that.
Dude,
You do
a
a lot
ton.
of like looking and looking and looking. And because we talked about that a ton, and it's like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm seeing the same thing. Says it'll work. G-body guys aren't liars, right?
Man, my people are liars, it turns out. You know, this one guy was talking. I was reading these before we started tonight. I was reading some, I was doing more, I'm still reading about it. I was like, Fro, this guy says he's running a 295 50-15 on a 10-inch wheel with no notch, with no airbags. I mean, no nothing. Just, and it fits perfect. It looks good.
That guy's
Man,
a
there's
liar.
no way. No way. That tire is sticking out 3.5 inches, guaranteed. Now, if that's what you're into, cool, man. You and Joe Dirt, go party. But
yeah,
it's not my style, you know. So
that guy has said this is my first time more than once. he's a full-on liar.
Yes. Yeah, I've never done this before. You know,
Yeah.
I don't normally do this.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I feel like we're gonna work this out at some point and figure out like the magic 8-ball solution to this.
I got it. I got the solution right now. I got the solution.
8-inch wide wheels.
Well, two solutions. Run 8s on. Listen, I've seen lots of G-Bikes with 10-inch wheels, but there's no telling what the heck else they've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What else did you do? It's not stock stuff. Anyway, number 2,
so
order all your stuff from Summit. They'll take care of you. Summit's where it's at. And I know that, but like I told you guys the other day, there's sometimes that Summit and Jegs will have the exact same part. Same part number, same brand, everything. Jegs is sometimes $30, $40 cheaper on parts. And for a guy like me, that's enticing. So I go for
the thing for way less.
Or like the wheels that I ordered, those VMS wheels, Summit didn't have those at all. So I was kind of jammed up. So anyway,
well, this is something we've kind of talked about before with the whole "you get what you pay for" thing. You know, the reason that some of these guys are more expensive than others is probably because they're paying more employees to sit there and do their job, answer the phone.
Man, I got the whole spiel from the Jegs guy. I apologize. We're restructuring and we're shorthanded and blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry too. Can you not just cancel my order? It's already on the truck. What do you mean it's already on the truck?
I can remember getting the same spiel from them in the 90s.
They've been restructuring for a while.
It's a process. Been restructuring for a hot minute. It takes a while there.
You got to trust the process.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to bag on Jegs, and I know Bo's not either. It's just,
of course,
some of the mail order stores you haven't had a bad experience with at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them, maybe a little bit.
Well, I even told the guys.
Summit's my go-to. I will say Summit is my go-to because it's so easy.
Yeah.
And I'm in a good location. You're in a good location too for Summit.
Yeah, we have a Summit warehouse. Yeah, and in Dallas, 6 hours away.
Straight up there. I mean, literally 5 hours away. And sometimes you can order something and the next day you have it.
Yep. It's true. If you order early enough the day, you'll have it the next day.
Yeah. And like you said, with the starter deal, they're just kind of stand-up guys as far as, hey, we don't care. We just want to have happy customers because I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty deep into this whole buying car parts thing. Like I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And if history repeat, like I'm going to be doing it for a long time. So they keep a Bo happy. like I would venture to say you're gonna
Continue my business.
you're gonna spend enough at Summit the rest of your life
Yeah.
to make it worth them eating it on this starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, it was just getting on the phone with someone quickly is my other thing. Dude, 3 or 4 minutes I was on the phone with a person. And I'm not lying, guys. It was an hour and 1 minute exactly and some change before I spoke to it. That's how long I sat on hold with this place, you know.
You didn't just call Uncle Terry and he
No, I will not.
He dropped you one off on his way home from the Jag store.
So the whole thing that bothers me about it is, like I said, I called them 15 to 20 minutes after I made the order, and I was on hold for that long. By the time I finally talked to someone, they said, "Oh, that order's already been pulled and put on the truck."
You know what they were full of at that point?
Okay,
they're full of crap.
Yeah, crap. At that point, I'm like, and I told them, I said, well, if y'all would have answered the phone after I placed the order, or like when I called, I mean, you know, not after I placed the order, but when I called the first time, if I could have got someone, probably could have caught it in time to not. And the guy even agreed. He's like, yeah, absolutely. Okay. He's like, it's already on the truck and there's nothing I can do. I said, you can't call someone, go have them grab those deals off the truck. And he says, well, the truck leaves Friday night. I go, it's Thursday. He goes, yeah, the truck leaves Friday night. I said, so you got plenty of time to walk over to that truck right now. I could probably drive there and take them off for you. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't understand. He's like, no, it's against policy. Once the parts are on the truck, we can't touch them.
Now,
so instead,
I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Were you talking to a guy that sounded like his name was Joe or Bob or Larry, or a guy named like Click Click Dirt? Because he may have been in. Oh, okay. I was wondering if this is like some dude in Ethiopia trying to run a Jegs warehouse from.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, one thing that some of those guys are working from home, man. They can't walk over to the truck. This involves an email process, and some of those guys are not going to do that.
Yeah, way above that guy's pay grade.
Way above.
I get it. And I even told the guys, like, listen, I said, ultimately, this is my fault. I ordered the wrong stinking wheels. And I own that. I admitted it. You know what I mean? It's not like I said it's your fault. I'm the one that ordered it. I didn't call anybody. I ordered it off my phone. So, end of the day, it's my fault. But, man, where's the customer service at? You know what I mean? Yeah. Just a little bit goes a long way. He didn't even say, hey, man. He didn't even lie to me and be like, hey, let me see what I can do. Nothing. Just no. It's not going to happen.
Trying to maybe half devil's advocate. Dude maybe did try a little bit because they didn't make it past Kansas City. You didn't have to deal with the return label and the shipping deal. So, well, I mean,
I may or may not have called a few different times. So, not only while I was on hold, I was on their Facebook page on the Messenger trying to get help there too. And I sent you guys the screenshot because I even said in the screenshot, this is why I order from Summit.
I was looking at that going, man, he's talking to Mr. Jegs himself.
Yeah. Wow. So I don't know. It's been a mess. And you know, I'm gonna say it's 70-30. It's mainly my fault for ordering the wrong deal. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. I'm not trying to be a turd, but man.
Hey, we put ourselves through these situations.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how many times I have bought parts and been like, yeah, I bought it. I'm not admitting my mistake. I'm making this deal work.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm going to cut more frame out. We're making it happen.
Yeah. Now we're full on mini tub and have a 10-inch wide wheel.
Yeah. Maybe I should have kept the 7.5-inch backspace.
Yeah, you could have just sucked them deals in, mini tub.
Maybe I just
new frame rails.
Yeah, maybe when I do that, we just narrow the rear end and I can use these wheels that I'm stuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make that work. That may or may not be a plan for next year. I think it is.
So
S&W
So
back
now-
half next year.
Yeah.
Now that we've kind of reached the end of that update, I want to throw out a safety thing because I figured it out on my car.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes, John.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, your car's gone.
Yes, it's outside.
Oh, my bad.
I was driving it
I don't know
around
if you knew
today.
or not.
No, I picked up on it. It's just outside the garage door. I went driving around today and I parked it outside. And by the time I jumped on here, it was too late to pull it back in. And
Do you have the garage door cracked so you can still look out and talk to it?
no, I'm actually having some very high separation anxiety right now, and I may have to open the door. I'll mute it before I open the door, but I may have to before it's all said and done. But
All right.
safety tip: go back and retorque your U-bolts, because if you don't, the car acts real funky for a while. I never went back and
So it's never been a thing. I've never had to do that.
I did. I
What,
don't know
you
if they
just-
just never got tightened in the first place enough,
Probably.
and that's
You
very
probably
possible.
you probably just sissy wristed it when you put it together.
It's very possible. I mean, it's. I probably put those lowering blocks in 8 years ago. So
See,
they
that's the
probably
difference.
never-
You're that kind of guy that'll like just snug stuff together and mock it up and blah blah blah. And when I do it, I'm like, line up.
Yeah.
It's hammered down. Now I'm ready to go. I don't mess around with that junk, man. Like it's
Yeah.
oh, it's there. It's tight now. I'm not messing with it.
But I had to go through and retighten my U-bolts because if you got the car up 70 and let your foot off the gas, it would hook a hard left. So
You got to put a little rear steer into it to get rid of that.
yeah. But no, it's just driving now. It's driving good and it's doing everything I want it to do. The interior is all together. I'm very happy with the car.
What's interior?
Yep.
People have that.
I do.
Weird. No, I'm kidding. I'm jealous of your interior.
You haven't even seen it yet. I need you to go for a ride in it. It's going to be amazing.
Well, you know, the only time you've driven into town, you've been all jacked up and barely stand still. You had to leave and go cruise it like a 16-year-old just got your license.
Well, yeah.
And I don't blame you. No, I'm fine with it. I'd have done the same thing.
I will be in town this weekend, and I'm going to come by and pick you up. This weekend is chassis certification at Hot Rod Central.
Yeah, I got to go open the. I can think guys coming over to tech Devin's car, but they're going to do it at his shop, so I got to go over there and let him in.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's the deal. So that way we don't have to get Devin's car up on a trailer and get it over and everything. So,
But that is this Saturday. They're going to have food truck out there. They're going to have. It's basically going to be a car show for drag racers.
pretty stoked.
There's going to be a bunch of really cool stuff out there.
You know, only if I had a car that was kind of cool to drive to something like that. That'd be awesome. Hey, hold on.
Go ahead.
No, it might happen. I could do it. My starter will be here tomorrow.
I was going to say your starter will
I
be
can
there
put my
tomorrow.
street
You're
tires
fine.
back on, and then I'll finish up the. I was talking to John earlier, bro, and I'm on the phone with him while I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I'm all bummed out about the wheels not fitting. I go, I don't even want to finish this frame out now. I'm not gonna, whatever. John's like, you gotta finish the frame. I'm like, I know I have to, but I don't want to anymore. I was excited about it before. Now I'm not.
You got that extra inch. You didn't even need it.
Said no.
Everybody needs an extra
ever.
inch.
Did you hear that, honey? Sorry.
See, that's the difference between when you call John versus when you call me. Because you call John and go, I don't even want to finish out this frame. John's like, you have to finish out the frame. And you're like, I know. And then you call me and you're like, I don't even want to finish out this frame. And then you just hang up.
There's nothing else to say.
There's nothing else to say. I don't want to talk to you about it. I want you to agree with me and hang up.
I just want everybody to agree with me. Make me feel better.
Man, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hot Rod Central Saturday. I will be in town. I am going to drive the fair lane down. I'm gonna go hang out at Bo's house for the rest of the day and help him screw something else up.
I might be driving this rig. I don't see why not.
Good.
I don't see why not, man. Starter's here tomorrow. I've already got it all worked out. I'm familiar with the starter. The starter's nice. Man, the Power Master starter's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool and it installed nice. I don't know if it starts the car good, but it should. It's good. It says it's good for up to 18-to-1 compression motors, and my junk at 18-to-1. So should be fine.
She's going to spin that motor too hard.
That's healthy.
It'll be fine. Hey, do you know how you know you got a cool starter? When it comes with a dyno sheet.
Yeah.
My starter came with a dyno sheet.
Yeah. They test them deal. They tell you what they're making.
It's probably got more power than my car, but whatever. It's fine. It's okay.
Let's compare your dyno sheet to the dyno sheet for Froze F-150.
My starter dyno sheet.
F-150 take it all day.
Yeah.
All day. Oh, good God. So John and I had a discussion last night, and Bo, I feel like you might have some input on this.
Okay.
I've been trying to work out bump stops on the front of the fair lane, and I have some bump stops here.
Are they for the car?
They are not for the car at all. They're for a 97 F-150.
That don't make sense.
Yeah. Not at all.
So I spent like 2-3 days trying to figure out how to make them work because I have them, and came to the conclusion they are not going to work. So the discussion that I had with John last night was, why do we keep some of this crap laying around? Like, John's moving right now, and he's starting to figure that out. What did you find, John, that you are never going to use?
Man, all kinds of stuff. We start cleaning out stuff, and they're like, "Oh, hey, where do these shocks go to?" I don't know. Are they any good? Not sure.
Can you squeeze them in?
You ever gonna use them again? No, there's zero chance I would put them on anything. Why do you have them? I haven't got a clue. You know how many parts there are like that in this garage? And I moved them all. I didn't get rid of shit.
No, I got so much dumb stuff.
Oh, we're taking all this stuff with us. What if we need it?
Okay, real quick story. So when me and my wife started dating, shortly after we started dating, I moved out of the shop that we all had. I wasn't working up there anymore. I didn't have any reason to be up there. It was kind of we'd been up there for almost 20 years. You know what I mean? At this point, it was a storage facility. And nobody, so she's up there and I'm like cleaning out my bay and I've got a pile like this is trash and this is good. And she's like trying to help me. And we're only, 3-4 months into the relationship. Right. So she's wanting to help. She's there getting dirty. And I'm like, okay. She's like, what is this? This is trash. Right. And she was walking. I was like, whoa, stop. Those are hood hinges to a 72 Cadillac. She's like, do you own a 72 Cadillac? Well, no. Then they're in the trash pile. I said, no, someone might need those. She goes, so you're gonna hang on to these until someone might or may not need these. I'm like, well, that's the idea. I'm a car guy.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be the guy that someone calls and go, hey man, weird question. Do you have? Well, yes, I do have 72 hood springs.
Man, you know how nice that is when somebody calls and you're like, well, hell yeah, I got that. It's right over here. Let me grab it and pay more to ship it to you than it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Just having the part is awesome.
Yeah.
So my wife, well, she wasn't my wife at the time. We were just dating. she shamed me into getting rid of a lot of stuff that I never would have got rid of. She made me feel bad. And like I said, we were pretty new in the relationship, so I was still trying to like be cool, I guess. I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I don't need that. Swear to God, it was like a month later. Someone called me about these hood hinges. Nope, man. Haven't seen any forever. Mad. Mad. I didn't even tell him. Yeah, I just threw him some away last month. No. I like having stuff. I like having car parts laying around. I love it.
It's the best.
It's hard for me to throw anything away.
Yeah.
It's hard for any of us to throw anything away, and that's why I have 3 timing covers, one of which is broke, for a small block Ford.
Did you throw that one away?
No, it's still sitting in the same cabinet.
What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it?
Just gonna hang it on the wall and turn it into a clock.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
I know it's not a bad idea. What's up?
A lot of clock.
I'm all the time talking smack that I'm gonna make stuff like that, and I never do it.
Yeah, you could.
I could though.
You make one out of that crap timing cover Fro has.
So those timing covers, a couple of those he got from me because I can't get rid of them. I haven't had a Ford in years, but I still got Ford water pumps and starters and a bunch of stuff I just gave to Fro. I was like, here, you need this? Take it. Because I don't know.
Yeah, I got a pair of 302 heads sitting over here that I'm probably never going to put on this motor.
Oh, off the stock E7 heads off my turbo car.
Yep.
They have good valves and good springs and everything. Fraser set them up. I mean, I'm surprised I talk him into doing anything to stock Ford heads because they're junk, but he did it for me. You ran a big cam in that deal. Big hydraulic cam.
I think I'm already running a pretty decent hydraulic cam.
I think those springs are good to like 6 or 650, something crazy. Way more than even I needed with the turbo stuff.
You for sure don't need a 650 lift cam in a small block Ford.
No. I think it's what he had laying around or whatever. He's like, here, I'll make it work. And I trust the guy. He did some shimming and stuff. I don't know. No, I'm not trying to get all scientific. Mainly because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So
I was reading an article the other day. There's a guy who put a set of LT heads on a Ford small block. And apparently they are pretty darn close to just almost bolting right on. I did not know that the LS/LT motors were that close to a small block Ford.
GM stole the design from Ford. They copied it and made it their own. Look it up. Write that down.
Look it up.
Look it up. Fact check me.
Hang on, I'm putting some stuff in the forum.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
That guy's gonna try it later.
I'm gonna tell you now. These guys lie on the forums. Don't ask about G-body backspacing for rear wheels. They'll lie. Liars.
This was a reliable source. This was Hot Rod Magazine. So, they don't lie. Never have.
No.
Seriously, look it up. The LS heads and stuff. Modeled off of Ford stuff.
Doesn't surprise me.
Just saying.
But, all right.
You mean LS heads like these right here?
Yes, just like those.
These 243s? What's up? Yep.
I've never seen Cathedral Port Ford heads.
Like I said, GM made them their own. Had to change them a little bit.
Don't make it just like mine.
We've done rectangles. We've done ovals. Wait a minute. Well, we put a little deal at the top and call it a cathedral.
Let's church it up a little bit.
Woo! We just churched it up a little.
They were just high-fiving. Yeah. Take that, Ford. Your heads are junk. Coyotes will never catch on for swaps.
It was the best meeting ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Todd has something to say, but he's keeping it to himself.
yeah, I am.
All right. How long do we have till the circuit, fellas?
A month.
Oh, damn, like 6 weeks.
5 weeks.
I've seen
Over
some
a little over 5
information.
weeks. And I'm
I've seen
scared.
some information popping up about the route and stuff like that. So that'll be you guys' first foray back into racing for the year.
Did you guys make reservations, hotel reservations already?
What's a reservation?
Hotel reservation. Okay. Answers my question. Nice. I figure worst case, I'm just going to drive home and sleep in my bed. I mean, it's not going to be that far away, but I do want to
Costs
hang
more
out
than a hotel.
for you, not for me. I don't know. I haven't done anything in the car since switching transmissions.
Yeah, I mean, you're not exactly going to be. Gas isn't free.
No.
I looked it up.
Well, I want to
On a
stay
phone.
and do the parking lot parties and parking lot beers with the peoples.
Yeah.
Except that's one thing that I regret at the last race week we went to is we didn't parking lot beer it up. We made our passes, packed up, straight to the hotel room, and sat in the hotel room watching the stuff on our phone when we could have been there watching. You know what I mean? In person. So we messed up.
Well, that one, that race week, like I almost stroked out that first day because
It was hot.
It was a poor planning and it was hot and I'm fat.
Yeah.
But no, you really gotta plan to partake in that stuff. And especially with the circuit, it looks like day one you're jamming around at Mocan, and then there's a really cool route.
Yeah.
And then day two at Ozark, it's let's race, and then let's go ride go-karts.
I've never raced at Ozark either, so I'm pumped about that.
I've never raced at Ozark, but also, like, I know a few drag and drive guys. I know a few hot rod guys, and I've never been at a full-on go-kart party full of nothing but drag and drive guys.
It's
And
going
I
to
think
get
that
competitive.
might be legendary. Like they may be writing about this in the next whatever. This is like the
I think
good
we need
stuff.
to get the beer hats right now, or the can hats. I'm sorry.
You need to borrow one?
Beverages. Huh?
I have an extra one. You want to borrow it?
Maybe, yeah. I do.
See, I haven't been to a go-kart track since the one in Joplin, and me and Jimmy and Goodman basically got thrown out of that one.
How did you?
That was in the 90s.
Yes, that was a long time ago.
So here's
a
the deal.
long time ago.
I like a good regular go-kart track.
It was in the 1900s.
It was a long time ago. That story is old enough to go buy me a box of beer.
That's funny.
I like a good go-kart.
That's fine.
So what you guys do? Did you just hit each other a bunch or what?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. It was Goodman, or Goodman pushed Jimmy off the track, or Jimmy pushed Goodman off the track, and all those tires that were around the outside edge, like 4 or 5 of them went over the fence.
So I'm going to share something about Fro that a lot of people probably don't know, but if you're good friends with them, you already do know this. Before Fro started working at a company with me where we drove a lot, like cross country, Fro had some which probably still does a little bit, but he had some issues driving. He'd get mad, and he really hated it when people tailgated him. And Fro's famous, and you can ask, I'm sure Jimmy's going to listen to this and he'll laugh because he'll say this after I say it out loud. And Fro will be driving and he would say, "Get off my ass." And he would say it just like that. So that's like Fro's famous line. So I can imagine him at go-kart track, just "Get off my ass."
Why are you spending so much time looking at the rearview mirror? Like, look in front of you. Maybe you won't hit a 9,000-pound cow.
It's huge. That was the cow at the
I'd love to say I'm past that. I'm not.
No, neither is the cow. haunting you.
Poor
Every
Dumbo.
time you eat a cheeseburger and get a little acid reflux, that cow's going, got you.
All right.
Anyway.
You guys ready for marketplace stuff?
Yeah, whatever.
Or are we going to
do.
continue with the go-kart stuff? The go-kart stuff is going to be fun. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I've already heard Narc talking about it, and he's going to, like, they're probably not going to be allowed back into this place after this is all said and done.
So, as our
That's
buddy
fine.
Joe Lieberman would say, I'm kind of a rotund man. Am I going to be able to fit in these go-karts?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's always a concern.
I'm not even going to try because they're electric motors, and I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Oh man, they're pretty good.
There's also positivity.
Yeah, but positivity doesn't happen when the motor can barely drag you around the track.
Man, instant torque, dude. Them little electric go-karts are pretty banging.
My 48-volt golf cart was gnarly on a fresh charge. It spun the tires leaving my garage. Yeah.
But no, I've listened to some of the stuff he's had to say about it. I honestly figured I would jump on here tonight, and one of you two would go ahead and tell me that you rented the Elvis suite at the hotel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because that seems to be the topic of big drama with those guys because they want to see that room.
Well,
I still got to figure out a room to stay in. I'm not big on, I guess, planning ahead on stuff like that, I guess.
Luckily, I have 84 square cubic feet of room in the back of this turd. Me and Fred will just, roll up in there if we have to.
Yeah.
Dibs on Big Spoon.
So, yeah, that'll be an interesting deal because, like, Friday night, drive to Springfield. Saturday, race in Springfield. Saturday night, racers party in Branson. Sunday, all the way back to Mocan, race there. Yeah, there's not a lot of opportunity for me to go yo-yoing around the country in this heat. I'm pretty much staying really close to wherever we finish doing fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I know the first night, the night before.
Yeah.
So, Thursday night, I guess?
Yep.
The event starts Friday, right?
Yep.
So Thursday night, everybody's getting together at the hotel in Pittsburgh or whatever to hang out and have parking lot beers. And
oh yeah,
I want to go to that. I always say that I'm really weird about going and actually talking to people. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I want to do that.
We should probably coordinate.
Yeah.
So we know where the heck we're going.
Yeah. No, agreed.
It's all going to start at Chicken Annie's, which is really easy to find. So from there, it'll just be shoot from the hip.
Who's riding with you? Oh, John's leaving.
Yeah, John's out of here.
Oh, here we go.
Beer must have went dry.
Yeah.
Who's riding with
grabbing
you, John?
Another one. He's getting another one. You don't want that to happen again. That's being proactive.
I don't know. I don't know who's driving. I don't know. That's how much I've planned.
Is Shayna taking her? Shayna's going, right? She driving her car?
Yeah. She signed up in her car.
Yeah.
I signed up in my car. I can't speak for what either one of the boys are doing.
Yeah.
I haven't got a plan. And I'll be fine.
It'll work out. It will.
Yeah.
John's battle cry. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. I just don't know.
Nice.
All right. What do you got on marketplaces? Anything good?
What do I have on Marketplace? So I kind of went a little different this week on Marketplace. And by going a little different, I mean like some of these cars I would actually want. So let's run through these. Victim number 1. I don't care if you guys want to guess the price on these or not, but that is one heck of a chop on that car. '68 Impala.
I wish the pictures weren't taken crooked like this, because now it's got me looking like a puppy when you whistle at it.
I agree.
Oh,
See,
wow. That's done poorly. I mean, look at that. Wow.
Was it a 4-door?
It is a 2-door. I'd say at one point it was a 4-door.
I said, was it? Yeah, was it a 4-door?
I would say so.
Okay. Oh, John's not here to do his part. Read it.
Well, then we'll go back and we'll look at it again. Now, because I'm afraid my signal is going to stutter out on me, and I really don't want to do that.
Put it back here. I'll read it. Let's go.
All right.
65 Chevrolet Impala, limited Chevy Impala. I felt like I had a mini stroke and read the same thing twice, but no, it just says it twice.
It just says it twice.
Okay. $1,250. It's actually not a bad price if you want to get into something. Yeah. There's not too many cars I wouldn't pay $1,250 for, to be honest with you.
It's a lot of chop.
65 Impala. Again, that's third time already. Let's go. Cars I project. No, it doesn't run. Needs lots of love on the interior wise. No carpet, seats, or headliner. He repainted the whole inside of the car, all black, dash and everything. Does that mean he like just got a black can of Krylon and popped a hole in it and threw it in there like a bomb? Okay.
Safe bet.
No rust except some in the trunk. Very straight body. It's not true. Has original 283 with dual carbs. Doesn't need transmission and a radiator. Has side pipes. Originally a 4-door car, but was chopped into a 2-door. Has new spark plugs sitting on Dayton's. She's also lowered, ready for air tank to be hooked up. Not giving it away. Don't lowball me. I know what I got. I won't take less than 1,000. Open to trades. I like motorcycles, quads, dirt bikes, etc. Other old school vehicles. Chevy performance parts and some cash possibly. Let's work some out. Clean title. I feel like John missed out on a really good write-up.
Well, he can read it to himself, but
John,
I like the use of some misspelled about 100 times.
Hold on. Did you hear me reading that, John? Could you hear me? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay. I didn't read it with quite the flair you read it with, but I was trying to step in and do you proud, you know?
I think it's a good deal.
I do too. I mean, I don't want it.
I think a guy can recover on the horribly done chop on the rear window. Because it just, come on, that's just dumb. But I think you can recover and still a good deal.
You have $1,250, man. I mean,
yeah. Like there's
he says don't lowball him. He knows what he's got. He
how much lower are you going to go?
He says he won't take less than 1,000.
Yeah, but so
I'm showing up $900.
Yeah, okay.
Take it or leave it, man. 900 bones. There you go.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I mean, he likes a lot of things.
Yeah, he's into all kinds of stuff. I'm glad that has new spark plugs. That's good.
Yeah, that'd have been
What's a windshield like?
I'm staying out of this.
That's the question for you. I know you looked at it. Does it have a windshield?
No, it does not have a windshield. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, it doesn't for real? Oh, it does not. I was just kidding.
No.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'm wondering.
That rear view mirror is sitting on the dash.
Listen, here's where you're at.
I'm wondering how you can, if you can, because there's a lot of chops that are like really aggressive, and you're like, okay, this is like the damn Wonder Bread logo on the front of the race car. This is a little dangerous. When I look in here, I'm thinking like this car is stoned. Can't even open the windshield far enough to be able to see down the road.
I think that whenever you sell a car that's been chopped, that you have to take a picture from the driver's seat looking out.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. And maybe in the rear view, just like a rear view shot, so you can kind of see what you can see out the back, because you can't see anything on that one. This would be a car you just go ahead and chop. You just cut the top off and make a full-time convertible out of.
Couldn't agree more.
Put some sixes on it.
That's
a lift.
That's what I would probably do with this, is peel the rest of that top off, and now it's just a beach cruiser.
Yep. That's a pretty good one. I like that. Not my style, but I dig it.
I'm curious. Why would you list it at $1,250 and then say you won't take less than $1,000? Why not list it as $1,000 firm? Like, at which point do you make that transition? At which point do you go from,
if you want $1,000 for it, you put up $1,250 firm.
I got
because since he said 1,000, like I said, I'm showing up with $900 going, he's gonna take it. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt. I mean,
John's showing up with 5.
I'm
he's
not
going home with
all 9 in one pocket for sure. I'm showing up $750 in my left pocket. And if he don't take that, I'm asking him what possessed him to put 2 carburetors on a 283.
I like where it says very straight body. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it is very straight. In the portions that haven't been messed with,
it's straight. All right, it's not bad. Right. I think it's way worth money for $1,200 or $1,000.
I think it could be fun for $1,000.
I mean, hell, you can probably pull some parts off of it and save them for somebody that don't need them, and take the rest of it to the scrap yard and come out even.
Right.
I say throw some Lexan in it and take it out on Power Tour or something like that.
Chop the top off. It's Power Tour ready.
Yep.
We just take the top off.
Yeah.
Top.
That'd be a fun trip. First night.
Up. You could buy it, sawzall the top off, sell it for $1,500.
Hold on. Probably parts car, $1,500 with title. I think you take it on Power Tour, and the first night you stop and you chop a section of the roof out after a few parking lot beers, and the next night you do another little section, and the third night you finish that baby off. It'd be fun. Get people involved. Hey,
so we go by that thing. we cut a hole in the passenger seat above the passenger and driver seat. We leave the seat in the normal riding position. You got Fro just sitting there.
I mean, I think it would work.
Bald head sticking out of the top of that car.
I wouldn't even put my eyes above it. I'd just put the top of the head out the hole.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Oh, geez. All right, next.
Man,
I'm confused.
That's not the one. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I dig it. I like it.
I was going to say, the only reason I brought this car up is because I remember having a conversation with Bo at one point about a car similar to this.
Yeah. It was a little bit different. What was the other one called?
I
Is it
think it
VW?
just has to do with the series. This is we'll get to it here in a minute, but this is a Volkswagen. Well, here I don't have you guys guessing prices. Let's just go on to read the
Oh
description.
yeah,
We'll go back.
squareback. Yeah.
1969 Volkswagen Type 3 squareback automatic. I have a 1969 automatic VW squareback for sale. It's running, driving, and stopping project car. I have a new black basket weave TMI seat cover kit, but it will need door panels and some type of headliner. Body is very straight, minimum rust holes, pinhole size rust holes. Ready to jump in and drive anywhere. I have a new dash pad to go with it for the right price.
So
Hold up. Wait a minute. You're going to sell this deal and you're going to keep that dash pad?
Yeah, whatever.
Just in case somebody ever calls me, he's like, hey, man, y'all still got the dash pad for a 69 Volkswagen Type 3 squareback automatic? Oh, yeah. You're the guy. Your girlfriend didn't just make you throw that deal away when you cleaned out the shop? All right.
No, man, I got it right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
I like these little cars. Like, it's one of those things I don't know if I would necessarily drive one, but man, I like looking at them. They're cool.
It's kitschy cool. It isn't like LS extended cab S10 cool, but it's kitschy cool.
The one I showed Fro had a little bit more mods done to it. It was a little bit cooler than this one.
It's true. It's true.
But do
you feel like $6,000 is too much for this?
Man, I don't know. I've been looking at bugs lately because I was given the green light to build a bug for my wife. And even bugs are getting expensive. For a decent bug with a title right now, $5,000 or $6,000. I've been looking every day. So
like
for this,
a real heat.
Yeah. And this is a little bit more, it's a little bit different. I like these more than bugs, to be honest with you. If I was going to have to.
Hey, wait, go back a picture. In somewhere in this ad, did the guy say, I know what I've got? Because
no.
He does.
Is that a Volkswagen thing?
It is.
That's a
And
thing.
is that
And
a
Beetle
Volkswagen
under a cover.
bug?
And there's a
Beetle
bug
under a cover. There's a Volkswagen dealer logo hanging on the back wall of his garage. The people in the subdivision obviously send him Christmas cards.
I love it.
Now, I will point out that it is not common at all in a 69 Volkswagen to have an automatic transmission.
And a
Those
fire
were
extinguisher.
Those were not standard issue in those cars.
I'd rather have a 5-speed or manual, whatever. They're 5 speeds, right? The V-dubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's still the same old Beetle motor.
I mean, I'm sure it's $6,000. I'm sure it's worth $6,000. It says OBO.
Oboe.
Or best offer.
So I give him 55 and he throws in the dash pad.
Yeah. Man, you ain't keeping that. But now looking at his garage setup, this dude might want to keep that dash pad because he's probably got people calling him going, hey, brother,
You're probably
you got
right.
that dash pad? And still got it.
He's
And
the
look how
VW
intricate it is. It's a fancy little dash pad. Going around them fancy gauges.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Sport coupe.
I do want the Volkswagen thing in the background, though.
I've
Can't
never
believe
liked
I
the
didn't-
things. I don't care for them.
No. I think they should take all the things and crush them and make cool things out of them.
This guy would now not sell you this car because you said that.
Because you said that.
You're the one? Okay, no, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I'm also the guy that if I ever end up with a Volkswagen of any type, I will likely put a small block Chevy in it.
Totally
Give me a Beetle, small block Chevy.
Beetle.
Give me one of them van deals. I'm gonna put a small block Chevy all the way in the back and ride wheelies all the way to Sonic.
Yeah. The vans are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I sent you this.
What the holy mommy?
This is one of those
Okay.
cars where someone put so much time and effort into it. And from the pictures, they did really good work, man.
Wait a minute. Listen, Linda, listen. It looks like somebody got super hammered and then took Mustang parts and dropped them on a IMCA modified dirt car. And then just kind of fit it all together and went, good enough. Ghost flames.
It's ghost flames. It's fitted together pretty nice, though.
The fit and finish does look pretty good.
It's not
what are
bad
those
at all.
wheels?
I don't know. Give me a second. Those are wire wheels.
Those are wires.
They're
Sitting on
not-
Dayton's.
They're not, but they're like a 15 by 12.
I wonder what the backspacing is on those.
I don't know, but when you read the internet and it says that you can put a 15 by 12 on a Fox body Mustang, this is the guy that's giving you all that information. He's like, oh, it fits perfect.
Yeah, you just run a 4.5-inch backspace.
Just
Fine.
radius your wheel openings.
No, he did for sure.
It's probably on a freaking G-body chassis. This started out life as a wagon.
All because he could run that wheel with 4.5-inch backspacing.
Right.
So I know Bo has already seen this, so I'm not gonna ask. John, what's the price on this beauty?
Man, if that's anything more than $2,500, somebody is messed up.
Dude, there's more money than that in the paint and materials.
I know. That's what's so bad. 1990 Ford Mustang 8250 runs and drives as it should. It shouldn't run and drive at all, looking at the pictures. It's not perfect, but it's very unique and turns a lot of heads. People are weirded out by it. So they're like, oh, turn my head.
For sure. See, what the hell
Just
is that?
don't have room for it anymore. If the post is up, it's available. Not really interested in trades. 8,500 bones, but 8,250 in the description. Somewhere between 8,250 and 8,500, you're going to own this deal. So, Fro, we started out this segment with you saying, I put some cars in here that I want to own. And I'm wondering, like, what part of this car do you want to own?
I don't want to own this one. This one,
do you like need the transmission or?
This one had to be done because Bo and I had a long conversation about, and this is kind of where I was going with this. We've had some cars on this show that we've looked at and we've discussed. That Camaro that had the 57 Chevy body grafted onto it, the Thunderbird that had the 50 Ford. Like, there are people out there that are putting intense amounts of work. There's a lot of work that went into this car,
and not bad work. This is good.
And
work.
It's not bad work. It actually.
I mean,
from
the pictures, from the pictures,
it's not bad work. It's a bad idea.
And that's what we were discussing. That's what we were talking about. Like. Are there people who really, really like this? Or did you get halfway through this and go, well, I'm committed now. I have to finish it.
I thought it was going to look a little bit different. So
it did not turn out like I thought.
So when Fro and I talked about this, the point I made was, or the question I posed was, so there's some very talented people out there doing this work. Fabricating, doing the body work, doing the painting, right?
Yeah.
Do they think this is cool? Do they stand back and go, yep,
nailed it.
Nailed it. So be on Hot Rod magazine, okay? Or, okay, so you take those guys and you put them with someone, and I hate to sound like a real jerk, get them hooked up with someone with some taste, right? And build something. What kind of okay? So with that being said, that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys have the skills and the know-how and whatever.
Hey,
and then hold on, let me finish this real quick because I'm going to forget it if I don't. Then we see cool cars all the time that people go work on and they try to make nice and try to make good, and they just suck at doing what they do, and they turn what would be a cool car into junk because they don't know what the heck they're doing, right? And I'm not saying that happens every day, all day, but sometimes we see that.
You guys are old like me. You remember the Drew Carey show?
Oh yeah.
You remember Mimi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was really good at putting on makeup.
or really bad. What do you?
No, she was really good at putting on makeup. She just didn't know where to put it. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah. You're
like,
right.
This is a Mimi.
Yeah. Could you see her colorful face driving this car?
Jesus.
All right, before this goes any further, because I know where this is going. Tonight, I did not just bring 3. I brought 4.
Wait, there's more. Oh.
There we go. I already see something I don't like.
What do you not like?
I don't like how they just put the hood scoop on there and screwed it down.
You just slap that deal on. Hey, I don't even, if I go show up to this marketplace deal and he has that hood screwed together like that, I don't even care because they made 11 billion of that hood.
No, I agree.
Go buy another one.
That wouldn't stop me from buying this truck because I guarantee this is an LS truck.
Has
maybe a turbo truck. Oh no, supercharged.
Boom. Not gotta what? Yeah. Okay.
So remember last week when I told you that I saw an S10 at a car show and I walked past it like once or twice because I didn't notice what was going on. I thought it was just like a 4.3 with one of the 3.8 superchargers bolted to the top of it. This is that truck.
Is it on Marketplace?
It is on Marketplace. And you will see why here in just a minute.
Uh-oh. He pulled a Mustang and ran into people on the way over.
I'm already thinking like, what's he want for this deal? I might be in.
He already watered it up.
This is why I wanted to bring this one up, is because I found it.
It's mine. I found it.
It's mine. Camaro wheels.
Camaro wheels.
I don't hate them on the truck. I think it's okay.
I got like a 3-inch spacer, right? Ooh. 2000 Chevy S10 regular cab short bed, supercharged 5.3 S10. Tuned with E85, 10 pounds of boost, stock 5.3 with LS3 cam, Magnuson Magna charger with air to water intercooler, 80cc injectors, way big injector for that deal. Walbro 450 fuel pump, Camaro SS wheels, 373 and out of a Blazer, Mad Dog 4L60 E transmission, which is the bad part. Ooh, just lost 3rd and 4th. Still runs and drives. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff. Possible trade for Fox body or lowered dually or square body. I've got nearly 9,000 in the truck. Do have a clean title. It would appear that he wants to trade it for something worth more and that he don't want to put a transmission in it. You've done this much work. You know how many 4L60s there are in the world?
Hey, do you know who has a 4L60
sitting right here?
Me too.
Just go put another 4L60 in it, and then it's worth the $6,000.
And then baby it around until you get a 400 built. Let's be honest. Just
right. Yeah, it is what it is at that point. But I mean, I don't know. A good 4L60 behind a 5.3 with what did it say, 10 pounds?
10 pounds.
That ain't gonna.
It's the torque.
You're gonna be fine though. Yeah. I don't know. That's not horrible.
It's not horrible. It's with a 4L60E, you had to see that coming.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think the price is horrible at all.
No.
I just don't need it. So
Oh, I need it.
Yeah. I really want that body style, but an extended cab.
I like the single cabs.
I got the single cabs.
Regular cab.
I am an extended cab guy. I'm just not built for them for the single cab life.
Oh, for the little truck, single cab.
Yeah.
Because my truck is single cab, and I can slide the seat all the way back, and I can't even touch the pedals.
Oh yeah.
And it's not because I'm really short. I am 5'8", but I can't reach the pedals because my Dodge has all the room in the world, man.
It's a big cab though.
Yeah, it is.
After riding back from what did we go to, like Tennessee or something, to buy that S10 that Chris had? After riding all the way back in that truck, I had 212s. So it was like rolling.
It was cramped.
It was cramped.
It was cramped. I was hugging that dash, blasting St. Lunatics. It was a ride. But man, I need that extended cab.
Maybe in a small truck, that'd probably be ideal.
That
I like the way the regular cabs look better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If we're going by looks, regular cab.
Yeah. Looks, regular cab. Comfort, Stendo cab.
Extendo, cuz.
I agree. I'm an extended cab guy myself. But
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But I came up with an idea. I think somebody needs to do it, and I hope somebody certainly does. I think somebody needs to do a marketplace series where you buy the car and all of the parts on marketplace, and then you sell the car on marketplace when it's done.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Let's do it. Hey, the bad part is sometimes like that marketplace is crafty. Like, it goes to thinking I want some stuff, and then turns out I want that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what's the budget on this deal?
Yeah, this needs to be a budget thing.
We gotta have a budget set.
All right, so here's the deal. Let's all take $5,000.
No, I think what we need to do.
Feels like wait.
I think what we need to do is do our homework and treat this the same way we used to treat the Summit book like 15, 20 years ago. I think tonight we need to get on Marketplace and see what it would cost to buy whatever car and then whatever parts you need to get it together and make it look the way you want it to look. And just go through Marketplace and just treat it the same way that you would treat an old parts catalog and see what it would take. Because I'm willing to bet you could not put together a car, even on Marketplace, for less than $12,000.
I just found a $6,000 truck that's fine.
You're wrong.
I will be willing to bet.
Right?
No, listen, I'd be willing to bet that me and John both end up with S10s to do this deal.
Yep.
Just because that's where it's at. They're plentiful, parts everywhere. You get that.
Yeah.
You can get that deal done cheap.
Here's the deal. Okay, here we each take 4,000, 5,000, something, a reasonable number. And we each say, okay, it has to be an S10. You got to buy this S10. You got to buy all the parts for it. I mean, like disposable stuff off of like oil and brakes and crap like that.
Yeah.
But if you need parts, Marketplace. You got the truck, Marketplace, parts, Marketplace. And then we drag race. We drag race. We drag race, we road race, and we car show.
Hey, boys, I hate to tell you this right now.
And then we sell
I'm
all
going to win the car show.
The winner, we sell all three, and the winner gets all the money.
I dig it.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I don't think we should keep it just to S10s. We should do any mini truck.
It's okay. A mini truck.
S10, Ranger, Mazda,
Yeah.
Courier
Duval. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe keeping it all the same would be probably better. Or because if I get a Duval, everybody's gonna flock to that because that's a much that's different.
They're gonna be on your Duval like you wouldn't believe.
Right.
Yeah.
The Duval magnet. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So take a look at Facebook Marketplace and give me an idea on what you guys would do. On that note, I can't think of anything else I want to throw in here. Bo, you got anything you want to jump in at the last minute?
No, I didn't have complaining tonight. I'm good.
John, you good?
I'm golden.
You're golden.
John's better than us right now.
I'm already building a mini truck out of Marketplace. This is my happy place.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good night.
See ya.
I love everybody.